I have to run. I have to go to my niece's birthday party. But there's the bones. There's the structure of a golf cart. Half-inch EMT conduit. Picture this whole thing is everything is going black. This will be upholstered. I've probably already talked about that already by now. Sells. That's fun. 2 grown people can ride on it and do just fine. A couple of high school kids will do perfect on it. All right, thanks for watching. Gotta go. See you. I almost feel like I sound like a broken record, but if you're new to my channel, and I have to remember that I do have new subscribers that may not know that I build sets for a local high school, and I've been helping out with their productions for the last 5 years. And this year, without exception, I always challenge myself to make something or build something that is kind of above and beyond the call, and just makes the audience members sit there and go, wait a minute, what did I just see? A few years back, we did Beauty and the Beast, and I challenged myself to build the rose, the enchanted rose, and I came up with something that appeared to float in the air, and through a series of control wires, one of the techies was able to hang out under the stage and on cue pull these control wires, causing the petals to fall off the rose, and that was pretty darn cool. I've built just various stuff over the years, and it's been a real lot of fun. T-carts that are driven on stage. Beauty and the Beast as well. It was a T-cart, and Chip, who's the kid that got turned into the Cup and Saucer, rode on this thing on a tricycle. And hey, there's a message. And the T-cart was built over a trike, and the kid would climb into the structure of the T-cart. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to take a break here. I want you to take a look and see me screw up. I just screwed up. I welded that post onto the wrong side of the black bike. I am an idiot sometimes, and I could have edited that out, but I didn't, because that's just what it is, good, bad, or indifferent. You're going to see what I do. So I went through this whole process to cut that post out, and then I screwed up right there. You see I'm using a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, and it should have been an indicator to me that something was wrong with the wheel. Anyway, I twisted the hub off on the wheel, the little spindle nut on the wheel, and now I've got to weld the wheel into place. In all reality, these bikes are going to get cut apart and put on the scrap pile. I mean, that's kind of where they were headed. One of the dads was able to get me these bikes, or gave me these bikes. He was cleaning out a storage locker. And when I put my feelers out for stuff, this is what showed up. So anyway, I had to fix it. I had to cut it off. And now I'm ending up welding it onto both bikes. Originally, I just wanted to bolt it. But you know what? Who cares? They're never going to come apart and be used as bikes again. So what? I'm going to weld it right to the frame. And look, I'm actually using a tape measure. But I digress. So, as I said, I like to challenge myself. I like to come up with props or sets or something that just is above and beyond what you would expect to see at a high school production, which has been a lot of fun over the last 5 years. And here we are building a golf cart. Now, the characters that ride around in this golf cart are so wealthy, they don't need their shoes to touch the ground, kind of thing. So they spend all their lines are said while cruising around on this little golf cart. And full-size carts, of course, would have been real easy to go on Craigslist and buy one, but they're way too large for our theater. And I want to be able to balance my time. I'm not going to build this thing from scratch, but I still want it cool. So these bikes are going to be perfect because 90% of it was built. I just had to kind of configure them. And here I'm a configuring. And once I get this all sorted out, next week I'm going to build a body for it. And I'll do a follow-up video, a part 2 video of this, of how I'm going to fabricate and hang a body onto this thing. It's going to have to house 2 students, and it should be a lot of fun. So here I am trying to figure out the steering. Oh, yeah, so the steering on this, you'll see it's going to be a fixed pipe. I use 1/2-inch EMT conduit, pound the ends flat, and tie in both front forks. And the blue bike is actually going to be my alignment adjustment. You'll see I'm welding directly onto the forks of the black bike. That's part of the handlebars off the blue bike. And I wanted to keep the blue bike, you'll see it's in the gooseneck there, because I can loosen the gooseneck and move the front tire to give it, I gave it a little bit of toe in just so it's less squirrely. I mean, we're not talking about a high-speed ride right here.
But it still gives me the opportunity on the blue bike to adjust the toe in of that right wheel and allow a nice smooth operation. So I didn't realize this when I was riding this bike, but look at how high up my knees are. Now, granted, I'm 6'2", and I don't think the actress and actor that are cast for the mom and dad part of this role are nearly as tall as I am. But I want to make it as comfortable as possible. So now that I'm watching this video and I'm doing this voice overlay, I'm probably going to cut the little pedal arms there and shorten them. Probably section out 2 or 3 inches out of the pedals, so there's less of a throw. And in reality, you don't need all that torque. The pedals are really long. Pedal arms are really long because, well, look what I'm doing. I'm trying to stunt it, bro. Actually, I'm trying to break it. Quite honestly, I'm trying to torque it, get weird torques or twist on it, and go. There you go. Just to see if I can break it. I'd rather have it break in my driveway than on stage. But yeah, I think I'm going to cut section 2-3 inches out of each one of those pedals so their legs set lower in the cart. And I will get to building a body next week. I will definitely take a part 2 of this and let you guys see. Now, my battery died, of course, and I had to go do some work. I had about 4 hours of work yesterday, and I'm coming back now. It's late in the afternoon, almost evening. You see the shadows are all gone. But I got back in my dirty clothes, got back on working here. And that steering wheel I built out of a piece of 1/2-inch EMT conduit and a pipe bender. And it came out to about a 12-inch diameter. It's the first time I've ever bent a full circle like that. And I'm kind of surprised I didn't kink it or screw it up. But, you know, like a broken clock, I'm right at least a couple times a day. And that wheel was right. So I'm just welding it to the inside. Now I'm trying to pull the bottom in, a couple tacks. Yeah, let's go for a ride.